What's up y'all, it's Kyra and welcome back to my channel. So as you all can see, the title of today's video is going to be all about my office transformation. And I'm sure many of you guys are shocked and you're probably like, Kyra, why are you redoing your office? You haven't even had your old office designed for that long. But I'm gonna explain kind of why I chose to do it. And let's just say it is a completely different vibe than the old office. A little backstory, we have been in this house for 2 years now. And so I essentially had that old office design for 2 years. Whenever we moved into this house, I was essentially, well, obviously I was in a much different place than where I am now. Like now, you know, I'm about to have a baby, you know, just things have changed and I've just grown a lot. I originally designed the office to be like a filming space slash glam room. When I designed it, I didn't really design it to be an actual office. I designed it to be a filming room slash glam room because you guys know, well, if you guys have followed me for a while, I was like super heavy into like makeup tutorials. I was filming regularly, like in a more formal studio setup. So I designed the room around filming and also around do makeup because obviously I love makeup. I still love it, but just over time, especially like within the past year, that has completely changed. I still love it, it's just not my main focus anymore. I'm definitely a lot more multifaceted these days. And so I really desperately needed an actual office, like an actual place I can sit down and work. And that also was a space that just felt warm and cozy and inviting, and that I could literally wake up in the morning, go sit down and feel comfortable being there all day and it's cranking out work. That is pretty much what made me want to change it, because mind you, when I started the project, I was like 7 months pregnant, 8 months pregnant at that point in time. So it was definitely a large undertaking being that far along in my pregnancy, but I really wanted to knock it out, A, before Olivia came, because I won't have time and the energy to focus on it after she gets here. And then also B, whenever I go back to work after my maternity leave, the plan now is for her to stay home for a little bit, at least until, you know, she's a little bit older. And so I needed a space that I can like go to and work that's separate from the rest of the house, because essentially the rest of the house will be hers. So that's why I did it. You guys will see in the next couple, you know, clips, the amount of work and labor and love that went into it, because it was definitely a labor of love for sure, but it turned out amazing and I absolutely love it. So what I'll go ahead and do here is I'm gonna go ahead and insert the footage that I recorded over the couple weeks that I did the actual office transformation. I apologize, the quality of those clips are not the greatest because I did record all of those transformation clips on my phone, but you guys will get the overall gist of what we did throughout the process. And then I will come back after the last clip and kind of do a full on office tour where I show you guys the full office decorated and finished and kind of show you guys what it looks like. All right, y'all, so here is a before of my office. I am about to start moving around furniture and kind of rearranging some things. So I figured this would be the perfect time to go ahead and show you guys a before of the office. So I have had my office like this for a year and a half. Almost 2 years ago, completely changing the layout of the space just to make it more functional and more office-like, if that makes sense. So here it is one more time. Y'all were saying bye to a lot of this stuff and going to make it a lot more my style now. Technically it's day 2, but it's really like day 1 of my office transformation. Honestly, all I did the other day was just move around furniture. That was all I did. But today is like the first day of the actual transformation. And step 1 is to get this wallpaper down. And this has been, I knew it was gonna be the most difficult thing. I didn't think it would be as difficult as it has been. But today I just said, you know what, screw it. I can't get any help. At least in the time frame that I want to get this done, I'm gonna go ahead and just do it myself. I am literally the definition of don't worry, I got it. And this is literally a full-on workout, y'all. Like, this is a lot. Like, I have only done this section and oh my gosh, wow, it is a lot. I contacted 2 companies. One of the companies is a company that actually put this wallpaper up for me, and they got back to me and gave me a quote, and the quote wasn't bad. The problem though is that they aren't available for like another like 3 or 4 weeks, and so I'm not waiting that long. All the projects in the house, this is the one I want to be the quickest. Like, I literally do not want this to be a long drawn out process. I just want to get this done. Then I got a quote from another company. It's the company that actually put up the wallpaper in Olivia's room. So they gave me a quote for them to remove the wallpaper, skim the wall, add the texture back on the wall, and then paint it, because I am going to be painting this wall, which honestly would be the most convenient option. But not only are they not available for another like 2 or 3 weeks also, but the quote they gave me was like $1,000, and I was like, no. So this is what we have so far, y'all. This took me about 45 minutes, like almost an hour just for this one section. But yeah, here's an update. I have a lot to go, at least starting off on a good foot. All right, y'all, so what is this? Technically day 4 on this office. As you all can see, the bulk of the transformation is this wall. Me and Dion just finished taping off the wall. He said he's gonna help me paint it. So we're going to try, y'all. I've never painted a wall ever before in my life. Dion has once before in one of his apartments in college, but that was like that apartment he probably stayed in like 10 years ago. I don't know, it's been a long time. I'm sitting here now trying to decide on which paint color I'm going to choose for the wall, because I am about to go pick it up. Honestly, I probably won't even wait for Dion to get home, because he just left for work this morning, and I actually have a pretty light day, so I'll have some downtime throughout the day to like actually work on it. Try to at least do the first coat myself, and then of course let it dry. So I'm looking forward to kind of knocking that out, getting that done, and then start decorating. All right, y'all, so update on the room. We finished the wall, thank God. It took us like, I'd say about 2 days for us to finish the painting. It is not perfect, but it's at a point to where it's like, look, this is what we're working with. And when I say, you guys, by the beginning of the 4th day, I was so over it. I told Dion I am never painting another wall again in my entire life. I also had Dion go ahead and move the dresser from this wall, which I'll show you guys in a second. This room was a hot mess. And then I also put together my new office chair today, which I love. I was able to pretty much like piece together everything before I actually purchased everything, just to make sure it would all work out. And of course I included this chair in my mood board, and it all looks so good. So again, here is the wall, and then there is my new office chair that I love. I got the office chair from West Elm. I already have my little decor and stuff sitting downstairs waiting to get put up. I also went ahead and last night I put down my rug. And then the last thing we did do, or that really Dion did, is he bought my new couch upstairs. I have to go ahead and put the legs on the bottom, but I got the couch from World Market. Still have to change out the curtains. Basically, I still have, like, y'all, like, look, it's a disaster in here. Like, I have so much to do. So yeah, here's what we're working with so far. Even this is a wreck. Like, I just need to get together, honestly. Okay, so as you all just saw in the previous clips, again, it was definitely a labor of love for sure. Really wanted to keep it to around 2 weeks. I did go a little bit over in terms of finalizing the decor, so like styling the shelves, styling my little dresser, things like that. That took a little bit longer, like an extra week, but the overall project, like the big part, took 2 weeks, and I'm very happy that I actually stuck with it. So with that being said, you guys, welcome to my new office. My new office, and as you all can see, is definitely a much different style, a much different vibe than my previous office. Definitely all neutrals in this room, but it's very modern, very sophisticated. So first we're gonna start over here at my little backdrop for whenever I'm whenever I'm in video conference calls. First and foremost, I think I mentioned before in the previous clips, but it was super important for me to try my best to reuse all of my old furniture. And so this is old, my desk is old, my vanity is old, The only thing that I removed out of this room that was in here before was just a little table that I got from IKEA like years ago that I used for filming, but everything else in here, you guys, is still the same. What I end up doing is I just end up adding on some black hardware onto the drawers, just kind of elevate a little bit and make it look like a whole new piece. But this is obviously very important for me to keep because this is where I store all of my makeup. Drawer pulls were actually very inexpensive. I believe they are 10 inches and I love how they came out. And then I just jazzed up the top of the dresser with some accent pieces that I love. So we have some books here. This is the Alexander McQueen Savage Beauty book. This is also the AD at 100 book. I have some candle holders from CB2 that I love. This vase here, funny enough, I actually DIY'd it. If you guys go back to my old videos, whenever I used to film in my little studio setup, I had a vase that was like a white and gray marble. And I loved the height and the size and the shape of that vase, but I didn't want to keep that same marble look. So I actually just took some acrylic paint from Michael's and some baking soda and just painted the vase to give it a whole new look. And that is literally what we did. That was literally like a $2 project. It was like super cheap. Pampas grass from CB2 to kind of complete this vase here. Absolutely love it. And then here is my art that I am obsessed with. You guys know, if you all have watched some of our other home videos, one of my biggest tips and tricks when it comes to large art is to go on Etsy or just somewhere that has digital art prints and just purchase the art at a cheap price and then go get it printed out at like a Walgreens, CVS, wherever it is. Find a big frame for it. And that's literally it. And the frames, if anyone cares, the frames are poster frames from Target. And I absolutely love it. I originally did my initial mood board because I always mention to you guys how important it is whenever you're decorating to start off by designing like some sort of mood board, because it really helps kind of keep your vision very clean and clear and you don't get kind of lost in all different pieces and different styles. So whenever I did my initial mood board, which I'll go ahead and insert a little picture of what I kind of like mocked up. It's real bootleg, but at least give me an idea of what I was going for. This black wall and then the two pieces of art was like my starting point. And then I designed the rest of the room around the black wall and the art. Moving over here, I just have some more decor pieces. So I got this vase from World Market. It's actually a dupe for a lamp they have at CB2 and it is less than half the price. I think it's about less than half the price of the one at CB2. And I just love like the very modern sculptural design lampshade from World Market as well. It's really pretty velvet beige lampshade, which I love. Got like a little black box from Marshall's, I think. And then this is actually an old piece from my old office design, but I'm pretty sure I got it from like Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. I kept my same clothing rack because I feel like a clothing rack is a must, especially now that we're entering into fall. I love having a clothing rack for like seasonal pieces, like my super nice, I can't wait to wear this type of clothing pieces, because I don't really go crazy when it comes to shopping, but every season I do tend to get a couple pieces where I'm just like, ooh, like I cannot wait to wear those. Let me put them to the side so I don't forget, and I will put them here on my clothing racks. Here are my velvet green curtains. These are actually the same curtains that me and Dion have in our master bedroom. I loved these curtains so much. They're the Sanella curtains from IKEA, and I loved them so much in our room that whenever I was designing the space, I couldn't quite figure out what color curtains I wanted to do, but then I was like, ooh, like olive green would be perfect. Moving right along, here is another area that I am so proud of in this room, and that is my little seating area here. This is a new addition because in my old office design, I did not have a seating area at all. I just love the idea of having like a space like actually lay out and just kind of lounge while I'm working. So like if I'm sitting here working at my desk and like I kind of, my back starts hurting or I want to like get more comfortable, I can easily just get up, come over here and still work and still be productive in the same space. So the couch here is from World Market. I believe it's the Leanne Love Seat, I think is what it's called. And it is literally the perfect size for this room and this space. I also added on 2 pillows here from CB2 and I love them. They really tied in the black on this side of the room. And there's just some plain, really nice black and kind of like white stitch pillow covers from CB2 that I am obsessed with. Blankets, you guys, I have to show you guys up close. Okay, this blanket here was from H&M Home. I was browsing on there because I got a bunch of my little vases from H&M Home, and I saw this throw and I was like, ooh, this would be perfect. And I feel like this little throw makes this space over here even more cozy, just because of how nice and light but still comfortable it is. And then right here, I went ahead and added an acrylic C table. I was gonna actually add like an end table on this side of the chair, but it didn't really make sense because it's so close to the window. And so I thought, aha, let me go ahead and do a C table. And I just love the idea of the acrylic one, just because it's clear, it goes with everything. And then I added this book. It is the Love, Style, and Life book. That is this little corner here. I obviously kept my neon sign, which I have to give a huge shout out to Dion, because he's actually the one who convinced me to keep it. Originally in my design, I did not have my neon sign right there anymore, but he was like, babe, you should keep it. It's like your signature thing. It says your name. It's perfect in that space. Like, don't move it. And I was like, you know what? He's right. And then moving on down this way, I kept my same shelf unit here and then just add a bunch of like sculptural vases and things like that. So most of these are from H&M. So like these two here are H&M Home, this piece here is H&M Home, and these two pieces here are H&M Home. And you guys see that we definitely did like the brown tones, the beige tones, and the black tones, just to obviously tie in with the space. And then I just have my YouTube plaque down here along with another black piece that I got a while ago from West Elm. All the picture frames in this room, or that are at least that are on the wall, are from Target. I love the Target. They're the Target Project 62 frames. They're very thin, very sleek, very modern, and they just look very clean. So yeah, so that's that side of the room. Over here, I did go ahead and get a new mirror. If you guys remember, in my old office, I had like a really, it was a beautiful mirror. It was like a bronze, like vintage style mirror that went specifically with my old office design. But there was like no way it was staying in this room, in this current design. My only gripe with that mirror was that it was too small, and I felt like the actual ornate frame around the mirror took away from the actual mirror space. So I love that this one is a lot larger, but you guys see the frame is super thin as well. So now I have a whole lot more mirror space to work with. And it's really nice, heavy quality. Like even Dion was like, wow, this mirror is this mirror is heavy whenever he carried it upstairs. So moving on to this wall, this is where I went ahead and moved my vanities you guys saw in the previous clips. I obviously still needed a place to get ready, so keeping my vanity was a must for me. So I definitely went ahead and moved it here. So I have my office, like my actual desk, my little sitting area, and now my vanity over here. So all of this pretty much the same mirror, same vanity desk. This chair here is old. It was my old office as well. Like all this stuff is still the same. Nothing changed. The only thing that's changed over here is I went ahead and got a standing fan. We have not changed out any of the lights or the lights in this house to fans except for in our room. We still are going to at some point. Me and Dion just not gotten around to it. So until we get around to changing out all the lights in this house to fans, this will have to suffice for now, and it's perfect there. And then I of course added in some more picture frames. Again, you guys, these are all from Target, and basically I kind of just added in some pictures of like some big milestones for me. Like this room is all about me. So I have like whenever I hit 50K on Instagram, whenever I graduated with my MBA. Obviously I had to add in some pregnancy pics for, to kind of commemorate this moment and this phase of my life, because it won't be much longer until I'm not pregnant anymore. And then also, and I was featured in InStyle magazine. So here's my desk. Again, this is old. The only thing that I did change out was the actual tabletop. So I have had these IKEA Alex drawers since we lived in Austin. So it's been, I mean, I've had them for like at least a good 3-4 years now. I just want to keep them, but we did change out the tabletop, which is like $20 at IKEA, just to give me more space to work with. So I went ahead and got the Lindemann tabletop, like the bigger one. just give me more desk space, and I love it. I went ahead and also reused the same monitor that I had in my old office. If you guys remember, I had a monitor on my desk over there. Just moved it over here. And then I went ahead and bought like a laptop stand. I also bought a wireless mouse and keyboard set for my office setup. And this, I don't know why it took me so long to buy this, but oh my gosh, it is so convenient, and it makes working so much easier. I have a little picture frame on my desk of me, Deanna Breland. It may be the last picture of us as a family of 3, but I love this frame. I got this frame here from Marshall's, I believe. And then lastly, I had this little tray where I keep like pens and stuff whenever I need them, and some really amazing room spray that smells amazing. Aside from that, one of my other favorite pieces in this entire room is my new office or desk chair. This olive green velvet chair here is from West Elm. I do not remember the exact name of it, but I definitely will link it down below. But this chair I absolutely love because it is comfortable. It's amazing quality. It's kind of heavy, so the only con about it is like moving it in and out is a bit of a hassle because of how heavy and sturdy it is, but it is so comfortable and it just looks amazing. And then I just bought this pillow cover here from IKEA, add to the chair for a little bit of extra back support. Oh, then the last thing to show you guys is the rug, which I believe I showed you guys before in one of the transformation videos, or the footage from whenever I was transforming the room. But this rug here I got from Wayfair, I believe. Of course, we'll link it down below, but I love the rug. It is literally the perfect size. I got it in a 5x7, and I love how it kind of separates like the office space from like the vanity space and the seating area. It kind of helps kind of separate the room. So yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it for my new office tour slash office transformation. It definitely evolved over time. So like my old office design, I reached a point to where I was like, I hate this. Like I hate this I hate this office. And I know so many of you guys loved the floor wallpaper. I get DMs about it all the time. It's just my personal taste and style has changed. And so I feel like this office here definitely represents me in my current style and just kind of where I am in life a lot more now. And so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think down below. You guys like it? You guys hate it? Let me know your thoughts. If you guys did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.